What's up, everyone? It's Sista Citizen, and today I have a few tips and tricks for you that will keep you stocked up with free loot, helpful navigation tips, where to find the rarest of resources, and what to do if you get arrested in Neon. First up, you'll unlock one of the best armors in the game, the anti-Xeno spacesuit, during the UC Vanguard questline. You'll be given a mission called Hostile Intelligence, which takes place on Forward Base 441 on Solomon 2. Now, besides the spacesuit, there's a ton of weapons, ammo, and armor that you can loot here as well, but what you may not know is that the anti-Xeno spacesuit and all other loot at this location will respawn every 48 hours after completing the mission. So especially if you're a new player, I would do this mission as soon as possible. I like to use the anti-Xeno armor for my companions. You can do that or sell them for cash. Also, you might want to quick save during the initial mission before grabbing this suit just to make sure you get the stats you want, because you can't re-roll the stats when it respawns here later. It will always have the original stats of the first spacesuit that you picked up. Now make sure to stop into the Terror Brew. Everything in there has respawned as well. Tons of good loot and gear in there like there was the first time you ran through. It will respawn every 48 hours. Also, don't forget to check this little shooting range area here to your left when entering the forward base as well. Again, lots of weapons and armor here that will also respawn. Now take a look at this haul from Forward Base 441. If you don't need any of these weapons, and with the new update, with the vendors having tons of credits now, it's worth putting Forward Base on your regular space route. Next, getting arrested in Neon. If you get pinched by UC security, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. In fact, whether you're brought in on a trumped up charge or you stop at the UC security headquarters voluntarily, make sure to visit the room in the back right corner with all the containers in it. Now first, you want to have at least 1 point in stealth to unlock the stealth meter. There's usually contraband on the floor here, so you want to position yourself in the corner like this and make sure your stealth bar says hidden, then you can pick it up. One of the containers will contain contraband confiscated from Neon, one will have your confiscated cargo, and the other your confiscated personal items if you got pinched outside of your ship, and you can retrieve all of these items back. Your personal items and cargo won't respawn, obviously, but the Neon City contraband container and the case on the floor will every 48 hours. Also, if you head upstairs, you can pinch a couple of Neon security helmets and armor. I like to use them for my ship crew, and they respawn every 48 hours like the anti-Xeno armor. Also, if you visited Paradiso or Defalco Island, bathing suits and resort wear found in lockers will also respawn. For this next tip, I'd like to give all the credit to TX Tom, one of my moderators, because even I didn't know this, and this has been a huge complaint of mine in the game. Planet names on the star map. For me, it was so frustrating trying to find a particular system on the star map without seeing any of the system names. Well, turns out it's been a feature all along. Thank you, TX Tom. You are the GOAT. On console, simply press left trigger and RB at the same time, or left alt on PC, and voila. Now, speaking of easy navigation, make sure to use your scanner rather than the system map to travel within a system. It's much faster than having to open the map, and traveling to the desired planet takes no time at all. Plus, it's immersive. Next up, removing your HUD while flying your ship in first or third person. You can remove the HUD while flying your ship by pressing and holding the view button instead of tapping it on Xbox. I'm not sure what the buttons are on PC, but you can easily console command your free cam on PC, so I'm sure this isn't an issue for you, but it's pretty cool to have on console. It doesn't really have a practical use, but it's so fun to use in first person or just cruising in space for, extra immersion. Speaking of controls, here are a few tweaks that might make movement and using your powers way easier. One of the things that drove me nuts is when backing out of a menu, my character would start crouching into the sneak position because I hit the B button one too many times. Also, pressing down on the left analog stick to run it just didn't feel natural to me, so I swapped these two buttons out. It makes traversing planets or just maneuvering around in cities, especially with Grav Dash, way smoother by simply tapping B. I also switched out my power to the right bumper only, making it so much easier to just tap the one button, and combined with tapping the B button to run, I guarantee you'll have a way better time not only controlling your character, you'll also enjoy the synergy of your Starborn powers and your movement way better. Trust me, it's gonna feel way more natural if you make this simple tweak. If manufacturing is your space hustle, then you're going to want to make Vitinium rods. Again, with the new update, vendors have plenty of credits now to buy these larger hauls of our manufactured goods, and Vitinium rods is where the money's at. So the only issue is that Andesite and Vitinium are very difficult resources to find in the game, even from the vendors. And as far as I know, Andesite can only be found in the Katydid system, on Katydid 3 in the frozen plains on the north and south poles of the planet. And so far, Vitinium can only be found in the Dikaran system on Dikaran 7B. So good luck out there. Last but not least, please turn off all your autosaves and quick or hard save manually. Allowing your game to autosave will cause your game to get what's called bloated. You'll notice when your game saves, it will start to take longer than usual, like longer and longer, and this is a really bad sign. With the new update and the ability to add whatever cargo containers and other items to our ship that we want, the game still has to load all that stuff, and too much stuff plus autosaves can ultimately cause bloat and cause your save to become corrupted. You don't want that. I, for one, had planned on filling my Guardian with plushie toys. I like to provide a fun work environment. Plus, they're one of the few things that actually make Andreja smile. But at any rate, big mistake. It completely corrupted my save. So I have to chill on the plushies. And my advice again is to not get too carried away with the containers, put too many placed or drop items on your ship, and turn off any instance of the game saving automatically for you. You're going to have to remember to overwrite your quick saves and hard saves yourself. And I do recommend overwriting them. Not adding more, just overwriting them and keeping a hard safety save as well. Trust me, you will thank yourself and you will thank me for this. I hope these tips and tricks will help you in your adventures through the settled systems. And if you'd like to see more content like this, hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, Starborn. Sanctum Universum.